proven that it's just like everything else. If you put your focus and your heart and your soul into it, you can do anything you want. Not just a marathon, but you can make an extra deal or 5 deals a month.
Yeah.
If you really want to focus and hone in.
Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Jump roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S class. I'm like, boo, you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a whole lot class.
Welcome back, Tailgate Offer Show podcast. Happy to have you with us. Good friend of mine, Till Lowry, in the hot seat, president of TLGlobal. How you doing, Till?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I love your the redo of your office, side office, extra house. She's had a lot of parties here, Barbara. Not the real estate.
It's a party place.
It is. Yeah.
We love being here, and I know a lot of realtors love to be here also.
It's a great venue. So we're going to talk a little bit about business, what you're doing, what you're excited about right now. So she got 32 people on her team. I've been to a couple of her classes and seminars, and I mean, we've been seeing each other for 5+ years at dozens
Seen each other?
of networking events all over town. But we had a ton of fun and share a lot of business and have a lot of mutual friends. So it's an honor and pleasure to be able to interview you and have you on the show. So thanks so much for being a part. What would you say some of the things that you're the most excited about right now with what you got going and the team that you're growing?
There's so many things I'm so excited about. And one thing that just happened yesterday was I was picked to be in Texas Realtors leadership program. And we had a session called spokesperson representation. And that was incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You said you were there all day. Did you
All day.
teach? You taught all day?
No, actually, I was an attendee
Okay.
through a program. And we have an amazing lady named Angela. And she was teaching us to be a spokesperson.
Oh, beautiful.
And so here I am today, the next day.
There you go. I know. Teaching, classroom. Yeah. Now podcast. That's awesome. Is it like they have Toastmasters? Is it similar to that? Or they're like are they teaching you how to speak? Or what was the...
No, they were teaching you the mannerism, what to say and what not to say. And you always, as a person, a realtor representing TR, we represent TR, Texas Realtors.
Yeah, TRLP, Texas Real Estate
Yes.
Leadership Program.
So it's never about yourself.
Yeah, that's a tight knit group, and you're saying it's like you can't miss, right? Like I forget.
Oh, yeah.
I forget the rules and how long it is, but it's a big commitment, right?
It's a big commitment.
Why do they do it? I know of it, but I don't know all the rules and stuff. So
They do it to get realtors, seasoned realtors,
right.
Who want to be leaders in Texas Realtors to lead and make a difference in the industry.
Yeah, but that's huge.
And we pretty much represent Texas Realtors. It's the whole state of Texas. You help realtors to serve the public better,
So
even better.
are they coming from all over Texas for this? For the class?
All over Texas.
Really?
But in this case, it's I think mostly in Houston.
Yeah, that's what I say. Oh, I wonder if they have like the Austin branch and Dallas branch.
Well, I know this particular one is Houston Association of Realtors
Yeah, they have it there.
or Texas Realtors.
Oh, yeah, sure. So how many weeks? How long is the program?
It's I believe it's a 9-month program, once a month. Okay, either a full day or 2 days. So we did the first time 2 days, literally 2 full days, and then yesterday was our second meeting, and it was just 1 day.
I got you. Fantastic. And so let's talk about your company. So, TL Global, you offer a lot. I know your vision and dream is to be able to make it to where any and everybody that wants to have a home can have a home. And y'all have an amazing creative niche way of doing that. That is, I think, first time I was exposed to it, I was sold because I was like, this is fantastic. Because a lot of people, they can't.
Yeah.
So what's your shorter, we'll probably go long, but what's your definition, explanation of what it is that TL Global offers?
Well, I started. I lived in Vietnam for the first 11 years of my life, and it was controlled by the communists, so we were very poor, and we hardly had food. Little as dreaming of owning a home, So when I was 11 and a half years old, we came to America, St. Petersburg. And my biggest dream was to own a home and have abundance of food, of course. And it was just always a dream because we didn't have food. So we have backup food.
Yeah.
As a child, you want food.
Yeah.
And then you want a place to sleep. And so that was the biggest dream. And I carried it on since I was 12. And then when I was moving forward, right? If I can.
Yeah. So, 12, got the dream, right?
Mhm.
Moving forward. And then, after.
So then when I turned 14, my sister bought a beautiful home in Inwood Forest.
Okay.
And I look at the house, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like a castle. I want to own that house one day.
Have one of those. Yeah.
And I always dream of her owning her home or something similar. It was totally out of reach at the time. But when I turned 25, I got married and bought my first home.
Congratulations. That's huge.
And it was a little home in, I forgot what it's called, Concord Ridge.
Where's that?
Concord Ridge is on Little York
Okay.
and Eldridge,
Gotcha.
around that area. It's been a long time. And I felt like the most lucky person in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just fascinating.
Dream from when you were 11, and it took that's pushing 15 years. So.
And that, the feeling of owning that home, it was a very small home. It's like probably 1,500 square feet home.
Whatever. It's the best feeling in the world, right?
My gosh, you cannot describe that feeling.
Yeah.
So I wanted to spread that feeling. I can't describe it, so how do I do it? So when I I got my license as a realtor,
Okay.
that was my dream, to get other homeowners to feel what I feel.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have to describe it. They can feel it.
Yep.
And so that's always been a dream of mine.
That's so special. And so let's talk about the details of the program, right?
So thanks. But I lost track.
No, you're good. Yeah. So, I'll tell you a little bit and then you can build on top of this because the depth part, you're going to do a better job explaining to me. But if the credit is not there, but the income is there, and so the banks say no, and lenders are not having it, they're not helping out or whatever, but they're deserving because the income is there. You guys can help those people.
Well, I want to start with, how does TLGlobal started? How did I found TLGlobal?
Yeah, so
It was in 2002. My brother, who was an engineer, worked for NASA, had 4 children, and he got a divorce. And so he had to leave the house then for his wife now ex.
right.
And so he moved into an apartment. But after 2 years, he came to us, to my husband and I, and say, I am so sick and tired of being in an apartment for 1 bedroom, and my credit was destroyed through the divorce. And so, can you buy a house for me? Because every other weekend when the kids come, it's too crowded.
Yeah.
Way too crowded for 1 bedroom, and that's all he could afford. So then, can you buy this house for me? I want the house. I'm tired of being in an apartment. And he said he will put a down payment and then make the monthly mortgage. So put up your credit. So my husband said, I would do that for him. Because my husband's always also an engineer. So I'll do that for him. So he did. He bought a house under his name. And this is way back when, in 2002.
Okay.
So, got a loan. My brother put down the payment, even though my husband had to verify the down payment.
Right.
So my brother put the down payment, or reimburse the down payment. And then every month, he make a mortgage to my husband. And then my husband would then pay the mortgage.
I got
But this is in 2002. There was no computer, no electronic, no auto pay.
Yeah.
So that happened every month.
Okay.
And then most of my families are self-employed, or then and still.
Right.
So my sister saw my husband did it for my brother. Said, well, I want to buy a house. Could you do that? I said, yes.
Yeah.
And then my cousins came and said, could you do that?
No,
too.
this is how it starts.
That's how I started.
Okay, I didn't know this.
And then to one point, my friend's friend asked me to do the same for her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know you. My friend's friend, why would I want to do that for you? She owns a clinic.
Yeah.
A health clinic. And she's self-employed. And I said, look, her name is, I'm going to say N.
Okay.
She goes, I found this house and I want to buy it. I have the money. Would you buy it for me? And I said, okay, I will buy it for you. Here are the numbers. It's going to cost you $1,600 for the mortgage. And I'm going to charge you $200 a month. And so that's $1,800. And she said, sure, I will pay your $200. Because if I were to rent it, this same house is going to cost me $2,400.
Yeah. So it's a win.
So it's a win. And I get my $200 because it takes work. Like the mortgage payment.
Right.
And, taxes and insurance.
Right.
So I did that. And I'm like, wait, there may be
Something here.
something here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is where the system came out.
Okay.
And at the time, it wasn't a
What year was that? What year was that?
This is 2002.
Or sure, in 2000.
Yeah, 2002, 2003. It's a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. So all that happened real quickly. Okay.
Real quickly. And so she's happy, made the payments to us. We made the mortgage. And then a year or two later, she came again. And she said, my daughter wants to buy a house too. And this is when we started doing like, okay, I'm going to
Figure this out.
figure this out. So it took a long time.
When did your daughter come? What year was that?
Her daughter, probably a few years later. I don't remember the exact years.
And then, but y'all gone gangbusters in the last 5 or 6 though, right?
The last, I would say, in 2016,
Yeah.
my daughter, the last baby in the family, left. And so we became empty nesters.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, what am I going to do? And so she actually recommended, why don't you open this business, incorporate it?
Yeah.
And so that's where TLGlobal was formed.
No way. Daughter's idea.
Daughter's idea. Actually, the photos you have, the logo here, she created this
Did she really?
right in her senior year, summer of our senior year. She created photos and stationery, and I said, wow, that's encouraging.
Yeah.
And this is thanks to my daughter.
So does she ever work in a business?
No, she never did until recent years, until last year.
Okay.
I asked her to help us brand the name. Gosh, it was a lot. It took me 2.5 years to have her, to literally beg her to just help me for 1 year.
Just to think about it and take a look at it.
And she finally decided early last year to say, okay, I'm going to help you for 1 year.
1 year.
And this is 1.5 years later.
There it is.
So
Exciting. And then your son, he helps.
well, he pretty much is the main guy.
He's running it.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you, Philip. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, absolutely. Gotta give her some breathing room. Bash, can you on a heavy lifting? So we have you do seminars on a weekly. Come this Thursday, by the way. Every Thursday they have one. And that's for agents, right?
And actually for realtors or real estate agents who want to help home buyers who cannot qualify for a home loan and have some money to put down and really want a home. And if they can't qualify, really, they're no good to realtors because you can't represent them.
Yep.
So you can turn that buyers who you can't help into income. Basically, you can help them through our system. Is that clear?
No, it's absolutely, yeah. So it's it's a win for the consumer because otherwise they're in a rock and a hard place. Like the stories, the examples that you're using, that's a win for the agent because that's their job, right? Is to try to help buy, sell homes.
Yeah.
So they get compensated. And I mean, it's a win all the way around for all parties involved. And being able to, bridge that gap, I think is a very special, unique thing. You're not losing the business that you probably would have lost. So like you said, there's nothing you can do, send them their credit repaired. Maybe they figure it out in 3-6 months or a year, maybe.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
What do you do with home buyers who cannot qualify for home loan? What do you do? What do realtors do?
If they're good, hope that they'll follow up with them later, to see, hey,
Well, you have some.
and they'll give them some good resources, right? And I that's why I got excited for, once I saw what you had built, because it's more of an immediate fix, and everybody wants an instant gratification. That's why I was like, this is gonna work, and it has, and I have a lot of friends and agents that have had so many success stories by being able to funnel their clients that they maybe would have lost through the program. And I think it's fantastic. I think I heard you say, correct me if I'm wrong, on a video that 9 out of 10 people in our country can't qualify for a loan. Is that right?
That's what statistics say.
That's right.
That's a stats. Now, if you go to lenders, they probably say 50%.
Okay.
Because those things they can qualify, they actually go to lenders. But when they go to the lenders, only 50% can qualify. But for those who don't even bother to go to the lender, they already know that they cannot qualify no matter how much they try.
Yeah.
Then the statistic is higher. And so, if you, it's really, I didn't make it up, but I forgot what the source is. So I have to go back and fact. It's been a long time.
Yeah. And so, we're here at your studio and office in Katy. But this is a statewide thing all across Texas currently, right?
Yes, it's all over Texas.
Austin, Dallas, everybody can benefit by the program that TLGlobal offers, which is fantastic. And you don't have to talk about them, but I'm just going to ask, do you have much competition? Because I've never run into a product or a program or a company that does what you do.
I have.
You can just leave it at yay or nay.
It was very unique.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another company that take great care of the home buyers and realtors the way we do. So I'm not saying we don't have competitors, but their owner finance is very popular.
Of course. Yeah.
So I would say there are people doing it out there, but we've been doing it for so long that we know the loopholes, we know the things not to do and the things to do.
Yeah.
And we go through all of it.
Right.
When we experience it on all the goods and the bads. So what we do is we eliminate the bads and enhance the goods and make it even better.
Yeah. And I like that because, you do see underfinance signs, all across town. And if it is just, a mom or pop or an individual person and, they're just doing it and maybe they're doing it for like 10 of their own personal properties. Totally different ball game when you're talking, hundreds or I don't know, is it 1,000 in the back? Hundreds? That's what you do. Well, big number.
Since TLGlobal,
yeah,
I would say thousands since I've been in business.
Gotcha. Yeah. Fantastic.
But there are people out there doing it for themselves. And do they know all the law? I don't know. But our goal is to protect home buyers.
100%.
Debt investors.
So, question for, just tell people how to get a hold of you. Anybody that might have an interest that wants to reach out to TLGlobal, what's the best way?
The best way is we have a website, TLGlobalinc.com. So you think TL Global stands for Till and Lowry, right?
Well, of course, yeah, but no.
But the story behind it is tender love. Love, nice, yeah. So it's TLGlobalinc.com.
And then it's got the Thursday training.
The phone number.
Any phone numbers on there?
The phone number is 713-382-5000.
You'll get a real person. They'll give you the details. Yeah, I'm like that. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you should have the people that are going to Google, they're going to go load, or maybe both, or they're going to call. That's usually me. I'm like,
right
now, because I can read, or somebody can talk to me. I'm that way.
But, yeah.
They're all good.
The class?
She has a great team.
I can share with you what the class is about.
Yeah.
Like, as realtors, we serve the public. and we want to protect our buyers. And it's a service industry.
Yep.
So in order for you to help your buyers or better help your buyers who can't qualify, you have to know a little bit about the program. You probably won't know everything during the class, but you at least know enough to help your buyers. And that together, we can help our home buyers even better.
Yep.
And so it's not a whole learning session, but it's give you the basics of how the program works.
I'm the fisherman. This, business-wise, is another tool in the toolbox, or a piece of tackle in the tackle box to go fishing with. And that's how I was.
You fish with tacos, or you fish with straight bait?
The fish, it's out, the lures. Yeah, never said it like that. Thank you for calling me out. What it's a good collaboration. And then I would recommend to any other businesses that might have any kind of overlay in the real estate space, title, home warranty, roofers, mortgage, or just this is a really solid allied business partner to join forces with. And I've seen how you and your team work and operate and host events not far from where we are in this particular venue. And you're out about and you do a lot of good, and you got a good name and reputation. And because the service speaks for itself. And I love talking to the agents that have been through your program and really will utilize it. Maybe they fish with that piece of baits more often, or frequently, and they're crushing like an extra 100 or 200 grand a year on top of whatever their normal real estate business is. And even if it's an extra 5 or 15 grand a month, whatever, that's good money. That's in addition to what you're already doing. And so from a new agent, you don't have to be able to explain everything and all the legality stuff that goes into real estate to be able to get enough of the information out that you get in the training, and then her team will take care of the rest. So it's inspiring. It's a very cool thing that you built for sure.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't change what you're doing. You don't have to change broker. You don't have to change the way you do it. But by adding the tool, TLGlobal tool or TLGlobal program, just envision you do an extra deal a month. And that's 12 deals a year. And in Houston, average is about what? If you make $8,000 a deal, 12 times, it's a pretty good extra income,
right,
by using our system. And when you do open house, they will help you attract a lot more clients. If you put aside owner finance, no credit check, it will attract people, and you get more people into your open house.
Yep.
And they come looking for you, and they're curious. You don't have to go approach them. Like, it's okay to approach them too, but now you even have them come to you.
Yeah.
So what is this owner finance, no credit? It's just a great feeling. It's that these people coming to you.
It's beautiful. Cast a big net. Go ahead.
And as realtors, it's so rewarding when you help a buyer who can qualify for home loan to get into their dream homes. It's a great feeling. That's what we're after, right? But to help home buyers who think or know that it's impossible for them to get into a home, and to make that a reality, oh my God, the feeling is just undescribable.
Yeah. That's awesome. And so you can feel that when you talk to her, and that's so cool. I love the origin of the story. I didn't know that, but that feeling is that really kind of lit the fire, and that started inspired, what you built, and the opportunity and ability to build it out so many other people. So
I don't tell this story a lot because I have engineers as brothers, and they're introverts.
Yeah.
So I don't ever mention the name.
Yeah.
They don't want to be announced. So yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, fantastic. So, all right. I'd known you for a while, and you started doing something within recent that I didn't know that you're into, but you're a runner. You've been running marathons. Like, I'd ask her about it, and you made a comment. Oh yeah, like 3 or 6. I don't remember, whatever the number was. I was impressed. because I hadn't heard about you running any of them. And then
really?
you had a hand for hand of they're already done. Check. So how many have you done?
Well, I literally never went before 48. Never.
That's crazy.
I would walk, but if I could run, it's a mile.
Yeah.
And so when I see people running for 3 miles, I'm like, how did you do that?
I know.
But I always wanted to run a half marathon, but always a dream of mine. And so when I turned 48 and I had an owner finance specialist,
Yeah.
she's inspired me. She did an Ironman, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you did an Ironman? That's like running for a whole marathon. That's 26 miles first, and then swim for, I don't know, a mile or two, and I can't swim for the life of me.
Because you're not tired after running a marathon.
Yeah.
You need swimming along with it.
And then you do bicycling,
How many?
and that's another,
Like 150 miles.
I don't know,
It's a lot of miles after.
it's a lot of miles. I can't even think about that because imagine you run 26 miles, you can't think of anything else. So I said, if she can do all that, I'm just going to try half.
I can do one of the three, or half.
Half of the part of the 3.
Half of okay. What? Either way, so half marathon.
And so I started my first marathon training at 48. And literally every year I ran half. Except for the 2 COVID years I didn't run. So numbers would be 4. And then I did a full marathon last year. Oof. So total 5.
Yeah.
So I could say I ran 3 full marathons.
That's awesome.
Well, 2 halves, and a whole.
Yeah, I remember you kind of gave me like the soft close. You're like, I was like, good for you. I'm impressed. Just like he was like, I'll run 3 or 4. I'm good. Maybe 6. I don't even want to run out. And you're like, oh, you could do it. You could do it so easy.
You can.
Probably, maybe,
You can, because we've proven that it's just like everything else. If you put your focus and your heart and your soul into it, you can do anything you want. Not just a marathon, but you can make an extra deal or 5 deals a month.
Yeah.
If you really want to focus and hone into it.
Yep. Where attention goes, money flows.
Yeah. So that taught me that. Yeah. So I made it my mission to grow TLGlobal.
Yeah.
And to help realtors, to help more home buyers.
That's awesome.
That was huge. That was huge. Yeah, it's actually a lot easier than running a whole marathon to me.
Oh, for sure. Last running questions. Do you get good ideas when you're training or in the middle of the deal?
Oh yes.
Isn't that crazy? Like that's why I do it. That's why, and I'm not even run that long, so maybe the ideas will get better. But
yeah,
it's so inspiring. I love it.
It's when you practice. You don't just run a half marathon, right? You practice and you train. Yeah. So literally every week I literally run 20 to 30 miles to practice.
It's like the shower ideas,
Yeah.
and you're working on it, but you got to break because you got to take a shower every day. And then if you're training, you got to go run every day. So it's when you're doing the other things that the ideas will hit you on the stuff that you're working on. And you're like, ooh, okay, now I'm going to try that. That might help me crack the code.
Yes.
And
it's so full. And so many times, repeatedly.
Why a lot of people just work out. Repeatedly, sorry.
Many times you repeatedly crack the codes.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, very cool. Well, all right, we'll wrap this up. This has been a fun interview. Before we get out of here, I got a couple questions for you. What's your favorite restaurant in town, and what do you like to eat?
Oh my God, I love to eat. So, I love to eat. The one I just discovered is Zamti.
Where is it?
It's in town in Houston.
Okay.
It's close to River Oak somewhere. So you just Google Zanti or Yelp Zanti, Zanti. I remember last week. That's my new favorite restaurant.
Very nice.
Yes. It's Italian. So the best fish.
What kind of fish?
Branzino. That's a word for that.
Okay.
Branzino.
Do we know where it's from?
Huh?
Do we know where it's from?
I don't know.
It-
I just love to eat.
All right. What about a dream vacation that you haven't been on, or maybe you already had it?
I already been to all my dream vacations.
World traveler. One of your faves.
That's one of my favorite things to do. Also, besides jogging, is to travel. Just travel, and it was not even a thought. It was just dreaming.
Yeah.
But to actually experience all the travels and go to my favorite locations, destinations, it's fulfilling.
100%.
And I wished Realtors, I know you work very hard for your money, but save some money to travel.
Yeah.
And when you travel, you crack more codes.
That's awesome.
And then you come back energized and make even more money and help more families to get into their dream homes.
I love it. That's awesome. What about a vehicle? What's your dream car? Or do you have one?
I don't like to drive, so cars don't interest me much. But I always use either Toyota or Lexus in drive.
What do you got? You got a convertible Lexus. Gray now. Beautiful.
And I don't even like to drive. Some gave it to me or bought it for me.
Okay.
But I am not advertising for Lexus or Toyota, but they're very reliable.
I drive a Toyota. You drive a Lexus. So we're checking both boxes there.
Low maintenance, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you thousands and thousands to make you.
Tundra guy. I love them.
Yeah. So this.
I'd say hobby, but we were talking about running. Do you have another hobby?
Travel.
Travel and hobby. That's a bit.
And hang out with friends, have a drink or two, and chat about life.
Yep. That's the best. 100%. What else I want to ask you? Oh, favorite type of music
Oh, I love music. Very much.
or musical genre.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Love songs.
Love songs?
Yes.
Are you karaoke? You karaoke?
I'm not one of those Asian who have no idea how to karaoke.
Yeah,
I'm not that Asian.
Gotcha.
Asian, not Asian. Asian.
Yeah. You're funny. All right. And one more time, tell people how to get a hold of you
Well,
if they have any questions.
it should be a tag to say it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be on the deal.
but it's TLGlobalInc.com. TLGlobalInc.com. TenderLoveGlobalInc.com.
There it is. Stamped, signed, done. Guys, thank you so much for checking us out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honor and a pleasure.
You're amazing.
I appreciate
I just always love you. It's been years, 5 years?
Yep.
And
Longer than that.
we have so much fun.
Longer than that. We've been on a bus trip going to Louisiana with a bunch of realtors and title companies in 16. Truth be told, you're saving my phone. TL bus trip. Yeah, because that's where I put you on my phone. They're like 2016 or something. So yeah, we got some history. That was fun. And then it disappeared for like 3-4 years, and then called me out of the blue. We reconnected, and so
And yeah, it's
yeah,
been a great experience.
absolutely 100%. So thanks for checking us out. If you need anything from me, questions from me, reach out to me, reach out to her. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And
Yeah.
we look forward to seeing you on the other side. It'd be great.
Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worried about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a PI, kind of time we on. Don't roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S class. I'm like, boo, who are you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a